Good afternoon. Namaste. For those who do not know, that literally translates to the divine in me recognizes the divine in you. We are all here today for a great opportunity to dedicate a space that works for all of us. We often talk about this being an inclusive Catholic college. That does mean that while we're Catholic, we are inclusive of all types of faith, and for even persons who don't particularly identify or have a faith. And so this space that we're going to be looking at today has a little bit of an interesting history. When I came here in July of 2017, one of the first things that I noticed was the vast diversity of religion among our students, faculty, and staff, and feeling like there wasn't really a space to capture their time for prayer or reflection, meditation. And I contacted campus ministry and said, I don't know if this has been a thing that we have been focusing on, but what can we do? How can I partner to be a part of this process with you? We were a little slow moving at first in trying to identify space. We know space is of premium here on this campus. But then when Cara McMahon, our special assistant to the president for mission and ministry, came along, and she's also my good buddy. She's the ivory to my ebony. When she came, I presented this concept yet again to her and said, really, what can we do? What can we do to get this done? It's so important for us to acknowledge people of all faith and have an appropriate space. And so she and I started working, started plotting. We did involve student life, because they also look at facilities here on campus to identify an appropriate space. And so that finally happened last year, I believe in the spring, finally got that space, and students started using it right away. It was literally a blank room, and as you will see today, it has grown. It has a life of its own. And so I'm very happy that our two offices or divisions, I don't even know who I am. Diversity and Inclusion and Mission and Ministry have been able to come together and have the support, of course, of our dear president, Sister Carol Jean Vail, to make this all happen. And so I am done with the history. Sister Carol will now bring us our official greeting.
Well, good afternoon, and welcome to this opportunity to bless our interfaith prayer room. We gather this afternoon to celebrate our unity in our difference. Whatever our culture or national origin, the deepest hunger in the human heart is the longing for union with the divine other, no matter what we call the holy mystery, who is both knowable and unknowable. In the Jewish tradition, God is the one whose name should not be spoken. In Islam, God is called Allah. Hindus name the supreme reality that controls power in the universe Brahman. Buddhism does not name one supreme God, but has many gods. All of these major world religions seek contact with God through prayer, spiritual practice, rite, and ritual. Ultimately, our God of many names is the one who touches our deepest, truest self, both to reveal the presence of divinity in humanity and to reveal us to ourselves. The paths we walk to this revelation are many and varied, but at its heart, the experience of God is one inexpressible, mystical, transformational encounter that transfigures us forever. Though we walk by different paths, we journey together towards the same end. Each religion has the potential to be enriched by the other, for each religion is a door that opens the realm of God's self-revelation. If we dare to learn from one another, our understanding of God will be deepened and broadened as we see the divine reality from multifaceted perspectives. How blessed we are in the richness and variety of spiritual traditions that surround us at Chestnut Hill College. In my heart, I echo the great priestly prayer of Jesus, Abba, that they may be one, as you are in me, and I am in you. Let this blessing of our new interfaith prayer space portend a greater and more loving unity among us. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sister Kathy Nerney, and I am a professor in our Religious Studies department, where I teach a course called A God Beyond All Names. So it really is a wonderful opportunity, and I thank you for that opportunity to express just a few thoughts on the significance of what we're doing here today. So I believe that the greatest gift we can give to or receive from one another is the space and the care to grow to our full stature in freedom and in love. By committing ourselves to create such a space for one another, we celebrate more clearly the deep respect we have for the diversity of faith traditions among us, and grow more surely into the inclusive community we desire to become. Chestnut Hill College prides itself in the gift of diversity we've been given. Into our community, we welcome persons of different ages, races, nations, gender identities, social and cultural backgrounds, as well as religious and non-religious faiths. That great variety of gifts gives us the even greater responsibility and opportunity to appreciate and learn from one another. Right here on our small campus, we are helping to overcome the ignorance that creates fear and hostility toward persons and groups whose religious traditions are different from our own. In our dedication of Chestnut Hill College's interfaith prayer space, we are rewriting the script, correcting the distorted plot that has allowed religion, right up to our present moment, to be a source of division, hatred, and violence, rather than a loving bond that draws us together as one human family, reverencing and protecting the diverse spiritual paths that lead us all home. Today, we strengthen that loving bond that unites us. This is what we believe. This is who we are. To the God beyond all names, we give thanks, and we bow in silent praise.
Hi, my name is Hannah Bennett. I am a biology professor here at Chestnut Hill College, and I am Jewish, as is my entire both sides of my whole family. So I am going to recite a blessing that is used basically to give thanks, usually for a new thing. So it's said, you know, at the beginning of a season or a holiday, or if you buy a new house, or if you dedicate a new interfaith prayer room. And I'll say it in Hebrew first and then in English. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehekianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of all, who has kept us alive, sustained us, and brought us to this season. And so this is a prayer that is very meaningful to me and to most members of my faith, as far as a way to say thank you to God for giving us something new or getting us to a new season, time of year, what have you. So thank you.
Hello, my name is Yassine. I am Muslim, and I'm doing computer and information technology here in Chestnut Hill College. I will recite some verses from our holy book, which is Quran. We are reading the Quran every day, especially when we are praying. Like the Muslim praying 5 times a day. So every time we are praying, we have to recite some verses from the Quran. I will recite it in Arabic. I'm sorry, I can't explain it in English. It's hard to me, so I'm so sorry. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألف لام را. تلك آيات الكتاب المبين. إنا أنزلناه قرآنا عربيا لعلكم تعقلون. نحن نقص عليك أحسن القصص بما أوحينا إليك هذا القرآن وإن كنت من قبله لمن الغافلين. إذ قال يوسف لأبيه يا أبت إني رأيت 11 كوكبا إني رأيت 11 كوكبا والشمس والقمر رأيتهم لي ساجدين. صدق الله العظيم. We're actually reading the Quran. There are reading the Quran. It's actually help us find a direction in our life, and God has promised the mankind that the effect of reading and understanding the Quran is to take the people from the depth of the darkness to light, and also guides us to the ways of peace. Thank you so much.
Find my page here. My name is Sarah Jo, and I'm a senior here at Chestnut Hill, and I'll be sharing something from the Buddhist tradition today. The four immeasurables. May all things have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be separated from freedom's true joy. And may all beings dwell in equanimity free from attachment and aversion. The way of the Bodhisattva who long to alleviate suffering, their own and that of others. Live your life sanely and open-heartedly, with an emphasis on all-inclusive compassion and the cultivation of our flexible, unbiased wisdom mind. Now, that was a quote from Pema Chodron, who is a well-known Buddhist nun. My mom actually helped me to talk about something from the Buddhist tradition today, as she is Buddhist as well. And I wasn't really sure why she chose to give me this to say today until I really started rereading it before coming to this ceremony today. And I think she really meant it too, because it's something I need to hear, and really we all do, and we really need to feel it inside of us. So I'm very happy that I got to share that with all of you today.
Hello. My name is Claudette Ramsaroop, and I'm a senior here at Chestnut Hill College. I'm a Jamaican by birth. I'm going to read Psalms 27. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life, of whom shall I be afraid? when the wicked advance against me to devour me. It is my enemies and my foes who will stumble and fall. Though an army besiege me, my heart will not fear. Though war break out against me, even then I will be confident. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, to gaze on the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple. For in the day of trouble, he will keep me safe in his dwelling. He will hide me in the shelter of his secret tent and set me high upon a rock. Then my head will be exalted above my enemies who surrounds me. In his secret tent I will sacrifice with shouts of joy. I will sing and make music to the Lord. Hear my voice when I call, Lord. Be merciful to me and answer me. My heart says of you, seek his face. Your face, Lord, I will seek. Do not hide your face from me. Do not turn your servant away in anger. You have been my helper. Do not reject me or forsake me, God of my salvation. Though my father and mother forsake me, the Lord will receive me. Teach me your way, Lord. Lead me in the straight path because of my oppressors. Do not turn me over to the desire of my foes, for false witnesses are risen up against me, sprouting malicious accusations. I remain confident of this. I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord. Be strong, take heart, and wait for the Lord. I was raised in a Christian home. And at the age of 8 or 9, we always go to bed before, read the scripture before we go to bed, because my cousin that raised me, her husband was an elder in the church. So we have family devotions before we go to bed every night. So when I started about 9 or 10 to read the scriptures, because, we have to read, they always let me read Psalms, from Psalms 1 to all the way to Psalms 115. But I always have to read the Psalm. I love Psalms 91, 16, and 27. But I fell in love with Psalm 27 more when I was having my second child. Because I choose not to go to the hospital. I choose to do the midwife. And I was glad I did that, because she was a Christian. So during labor, the baby head came and nothing else. It's like she decided that I'm not coming any further. I'm scared for the world, so I'm going to stay. And all what was going on, the midwife, she was just praying. And I heard in my spirit, start reciting Psalms 27. And I recited Psalms 27 until that girl just popped right out. And when she was older, I said to her, Psalm 27 is your psalm. I said, Psalm 27 calls you to be in this world. I said, Psalms 27 will stand beside you. I said, but when she left the home for college, that was the psalm. I got a Bible, I got her name on the cover, and I lighted Psalm 27. And I said to her, whatever you are going through, no matter what, I said, go back to Psalm 27. It is your foundation. God bless you.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. In Islam, in Arabic, that means peace be upon you, and it's a way to say hello. So my name is Hajra. I go to Chestnut Hill College, and I'm a senior, and I'm doing political science. So we were asked to talk about our faith, and I feel like my name, Hajra, which isn't very well known, but it's a very important part of my faith. So we all know about the Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca and Medina. So the woman, Hajra al-Islam, who was the wife of Prophet Ibrahim, was the one who was kind of chosen to, that's where it all started. That's where the water of Zamzam started to come out, and that's what she provided for her son. And that's a location that millions of Muslims go to every year. So now to close, we're going to recite the Universal Litany for Peace, and our response is going to be, O God, deliver us. O God, deliver us. From words and deeds that provoke discord, prejudice, and hatred. O God, deliver us. From suspicious and fears and stand in the way of reconciliation. O God, deliver us. From believing and speaking lies about other peoples or nations. From cruel indifference to cries of the hungry and homeless. O God, deliver us. From all that prevents us from fulfilling your promise of peace. O God, deliver us. To still waters and green pastures. O God, deliver us. To the freedom and forgiveness we find in you. O God, deliver us. To the tough task of loving our enemies. O God, deliver us. To joyful service in your name. O God, deliver us. To the wholeness of justice, to the power of your peace. O God, deliver us. Thank you.
Now I would invite you to turn to the intention card that you got when you arrived here and take a moment while Julie and I are singing to write one sincere longing or one sincere gratitude. Whatever is the truest prayer in your heart today, if you would write that on that intention card. Peace before us, peace behind us, peace under our feet. Peace within us, peace over us, let all around us be peace. Love before us, love behind us, love under our feet. Love within us, love over us, let all around us be love. Now we're going to invite everyone slowly to close this prayer space by going up the steps to 218, which is our interfaith prayer room, and leaving your intention, hanging it on the wall there as a sign of our offering to our loving God for each other to bless the space and dedicate this space. So if Ryan, you'd begin with Nancy and head up the stairs. Peace before us.